Hey everybody, this is Justin at Lynch Northwest. Welcome back to our channel. Today we're going to be doing an install with the Spyderco Delica on our Lynch Northwest Delica Mod 2 scale kits. So today we're using a DLC S30V Delica donor knife. So let's roll right into it. We're just going to need a T6 and a T8 and a little bit of knife oil. Out of each of the scales, we're going to start with the non-clip side, which is going to be this guy. You're going to notice it's got these little D shapes, which are going to get the pins inserted and hold them in place properly. So we're just going to start by popping those things in. Make sure to line up the flat spot with the flat spot in the scale. Once we get all these in, I find the easiest way to set it down without all these little buggers falling out is to just lay it down on its edge like this, rotate it over. They're all still in place. Next, what we're going to do is lay down the backspacer over those pins. We're going to install our backlock spring. Make sure that the tip of it, or the bent tip, is facing towards the back of the knife. We're going to push that in the slot, push it down in all the way. Next, what we're going to do is put in our first washer right over that pivot. And with our knife oil, we're just going to put a drop or two here, there, maybe three on that washer. We're going to put 2 or 3 drops here on the blade. We're going to install the second washer. And then lastly, we have the backlock itself. Align it over that pin, directly over the pivot. Make sure to capture this spring, and as you rotate it, we're just going to push down a little bit and we're going to rotate it flat into place, and it's going to lock the blade open, and that's going to hold everything together for us. Finally, we're going to take the other scale, lay it right over the top of those pins, just push down. You'll hear it and feel it pop into place. Then we'll grab our screw here. I'm going to start with the pivot, which is our T8. We're going to put in this screw. We're not going to worry about tightening this all the way. We'll make our final adjustments at the very end. Switch over to your T6 driver. Install the backlock screw. And then the 3 screws for the backspacer and the rest of the body of the knife. For these 3 here towards the end, we're going to just tighten those down nice and snug. We will make all of our adjustments to the pivot and the backlock once we're done with these 3. Again, just nice and snug. Okay. Now what we're going to do is the backlock tension here. So we're just going to go nice and snug, and then I'm going to just back it off a hair. And you'll know that this is good or bad if the knife snaps closed. That was pretty sluggish. So we're going to just loosen that a little bit here, and we're going to try and get some of that snap back into it. There we go. And lastly, before the clip, we're just going to adjust the pivot. Just snug that up just a little bit. Feels nice and smooth. Okay. And then the last thing that we have to do is install the pocket clip. With your T8, just insert the screw into the clip, place it over the scale, make sure that those threads aren't cross-threading, and we're just going to tighten that down nice and snug. And now we have completed our Lynch Northwest Delica Mod 2 kit. Thanks so much for tuning in, guys. Really appreciate your time. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to reach out to us on social media. You can also find our phone number and our email on our website. We're always happy to help out with any questions or issues you may be experiencing. Thanks again so much for your time today, guys.